Siba, and today I'll be giving you a get ready with me with a life update about my relationship, weight gain, career, just all the things that are affecting me right now and a way forward. Yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy. I hope you guys do like it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. You know what? When I started this channel, I needed a distraction for myself from life's sort of imiko, and I wanted to focus on things that I love, like beauty, lifestyle, chit chat. And then a lifestyle kibandasi, but you know what I mean, like beauty and the things that I love and the things that I relate to and the things that I find sometimes are sort of lacking in a way. I don't know if that makes sense now. And so, yeah, man, I've been finding myself in a space of just being in a rut. I always try and be positive, to be this positive Nancy, where everything I talk about is just happiness and joy and whatnot. But lately, I've just been struggling with that. Okay, I'll be using this eyeshadow palette today, the Revolution one. I've used it before in my bronze and makeup tutorial. A very bad headspace lately, you know. There have been moments when it comes to, let's say, example for umsebenzi, when it comes to work, there have been times where it seems like things are looking up and then they just don't, you know. And so the moment I think something positive is happening in my life, it just doesn't go that way, you know. And I don't want to find myself in a space where I have to pretend as if life is great and that I'm going okay when I'm not doing great and I'm not doing okay. The positives is I may have found myself in a space of, dare I say, employment. It's in my field, but not entirely. So it's still very early days. Still very, very early days. So I don't want to speak too much about it, but something positive is starting to happen in that aspect of my life, and I'm really, really happy about it. Of course, the pandemic affected it, so affected the industry, affected imisebenzi kakade in terms of the availability, and so there are times when I will come into work and sometimes there won't be as much work as I would like for me to be able to do. And like I said, it's in line with what I did, but it's sort of a little tangent. Yeah, well. So I'm really excited about that because I haven't had anything positive coming towards me for so long. I've had, since my video of talking about the life of an unemployed grad and graduating at 27, and the just touching on the different things that I mentioned there, where someone will promise me umsebenzi and then it turns out to be like a false alarm, or they'll forget, or they'll just end up wanting other things apart from giving me work. Yeah, well, so it's just one of those things where I've always I've been struggling with the whole year, and the moment it seems like something positive is happening, I sign false alarm, goes back to that. Yeah, well, so it's just been that kind of struggle the whole time of feeling like, am I doing okay? Are things gonna work out? Like, what's going on? Yeah, but and I don't wanna, like, I'll always say this, but I don't wanna have this platform here where I pretend as if my life is perfect and nothing affects me and I'm just this positive ball of positivity and everything is just great. You know, if I'm in a space where I studied something for this many years and you guys have seen my struggles of how long it took me to even finish graduating, to finish and to graduate. And so for me to finally get recognition and for someone to be like, okay, I need you for this and please give me this. Yeah, well, it feels really good and I really, really enjoy that. Yes, it might not be exactly what I want, but it's a step in the right direction. And so that's kind of just giving me that thing of, okay, maybe there can be some light at the tunnel. It's very faint, but we can see some, a little thing there going on. I hope you guys can actually see me. But yeah, so that's what's actually happening now in that aspect of life. So yeah, man, it's just one of those things where that is starting to seem a bit better, but it's not exactly, but it's a step in the right direction, and I'm really happy about that. Yeah, well, in terms of my other aspects that are affecting me, guys, now whenever I'm in a bad space, I'm in a bad headspace, I gain weight very easily. Like in terms of stress and stuff, I gain weight very, very, very easily. Like, yeah, like you can't even tell me nothing about that. Like I gain weight, whatever I eat just stays, and ndinguba bottomless. Like, andihluthi, andihluthi. So now I have learned how. Now I have these armpit lump thingies. I've always had them since I was a child. Like everyone has that thing of armpit fatness, but mine has sort of always been exaggerated. And so the moment I started gaining weight, it's sort of nice. Started being more apparent. Yeah, well, so it's things like that where I'm gaining weight in every other body part of mine that I didn't think would gain weight, like my feet. Yay, now I'm this person. Yeah, well, my skin is not looking so great, and I'm only starting now to get in that umsebenzi where I haven't been paid. It's only been like a few weeks, so I'm only now in a space where I can be like, okay, maybe things are going to start improving in terms of being able to buy things that I want. But for now, I'm still struggling, I'm still fighting, and I'm still dealing. And unfortunately abantu abayekanga nabo ke ngoku unothisa nothetha yabo. And but I always try and avoid being a person who pays attention to what people say about me and to what people may be thinking about me. But it's another when it's the way people sort of say it. And if I'm in a bad headspace and the moment someone says something to me or wasn't expecting, it kind of, yeah, man, it comes like in such a painful way towards me. I've never been a person where I've been confident about myself. Like I've always been a person that struggled with body image and body dysmorphia. I told myself, but I'm just going to focus on the important things first before I focus on ultimately trying to lose weight. I focused more on my academics and making sure ndiyapasa esikoleni, making sure that I get umsebenzi, making sure that I get getting money or whatever. When I focused more on that instead of focusing on how much calories I eat and whatnot. Yeah, well, but being so stressed about not getting those things kind of led me to just gain more weight and get bigger and bigger. And it went people gain weight. Okay, guys, gaining weight is sort of like a normal thing, I guess. But I've always struggled with that my entire life. And so now, the moment I come back, people are very, very vocal. And I hate the fact that I'm so focused on what people are saying. But it'll be like this. I've had people talk to me, sure, here and there, and comment here and there. But now, it's gotten to a point where I just don't want to go anywhere. Like, one of my friends have always been there for me in every corner, always trying to make sure that I'm good. And so they've always been supportive of me, whatever journey I want to take. If I go to gym with them, I go to gym. If I don't, I don't. But they've always been very supportive. But it's everyone else around me that I don't even know that are just like, oh my god, yeah, well. And so imagine now you're going through this thing of you're trying to find work, you're trying to find out how you can make money, you're trying to grow yourself and elevate yourself in any way. And then people are coming out of the woodworks just having all kinds of confidence to say isn't. Yeah, well, and it's not just outside the world, it's even family as well, where some family members will be like, hi ntombi thothisa, hi iti, you hi ntombi, come on. And so it makes me, sometimes it will make me not even want to eat in front of people. It'll make me not want to, it'll make me not want to eat in front of people. It'll make me not want to go out. Yeah, well, because I already know what people say to me. Kakade, how much more now when I'm dressed up? Yeah, well, and dressing up clothes, I'm still revealing. And now my thighs are out, and people are going to say, izinto, when you look at me funny. And now if other people that I don't know can comment like that, I don't know what the other people are thinking. Yeah, well, and now I'm thinking that, but oh, that's all they see me for. Yeah, well, so it's just one of those things where now I'm just like that, but I hardly eat out, and whenever I do eat out, I sit in a corner, and I'm always like on the lookout about who's gonna see me. And even at home, sometimes when I eat, I'm like, I just don't want to eat in front of anyone, and I don't want to eat in front of anyone because ingathi ngoku everyone's looking at my portions and did you drink water after that? Are you gonna have green tea after that? Are you gonna do something? What are you gonna eat after that? Is she really gonna eat that much? If you don't eat, it's because she has all these fat parcels in her body. But if I do eat, it's what is she eating? Yeah, well, it's things like that. And these Herbalife DMs are also not exactly helping. Come on, Umda doesn't know your personal struggles. And I think by now everyone knows a personal Herbalife distributor. So I know who to call if I want Herbalife. You don't have to DM me and tell me that I see, but you can do better. And come on, doesn't jalo. And so in those man, just tap into islondo so naso kakade. Yeah, well, if you're already feeling some type of way about something, it already just taps into that. Yeah, well, where even if I start a diet, I don't even tell anyone if I'm starting to eat healthier or I'm starting to do this more, do that more. I don't tell anyone. Because the moment I fail at it and the moment I give up on myself, it's like, oh, well, finally. Or, oh, haibo njani. Kubone, I don't want to deal with the backlash. And it's men as well. Like, I remember now, just to touch into another thing where this is my life is a mess. I'm having issues when it comes to my relationship as well. There's certain issues that we're dealing with. So it kind of got me. I remember just a brief example. There's this other guy that I hardly know that I used to gym naye. And I met him through my friends. I'm not friends with this person. I've only met them like a few months ago. But now this person is very comfortable with talking about my weight. Like every time they see me, they always have to comment on how I look. And I don't know why they feel so comfortable with talking. If I met you at the gym and we're all working out, why are you so focused on me? Like we're all here. So why are you so focused on me? And so I remember I saw this person, and it's but like I said, I'm having these issues in my relationship sometimes, like not some like right now. But I remember I saw this person Saturday or something, and they literally blurted it out loud in front of their friends that I don't even know, girls and guys. But I'll say come on. And it just took me aback. But why are you so comfortable saying what you're saying? You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know me, but and how I deal with things in general. So why are you so comfortable just blurting something like that? And dare I say a slur? So it really just got to me. Because I'm already feeling self-conscious about myself. And now, how much more if you're feeling self-conscious with yourself and there's people and you walk in front of people, and then the next thing someone attacks the one thing that's affecting you, it really just come on, man. Come on. And so I was in such a shock that I couldn't even reply. I just walked, and they were like, "Hey, Utini," and I was like, whatever. But it got me so much so that I went to the bathroom, and I was going to the toilet. I went to the toilet and I saw someone who, Kala also has moments of just being weird. So I saw them and started and they're like, "Well, you seem like you're not okay." And I'm like, for an asshole to notice that I'm not okay. I'm really not okay. So they were like, "Hey, but what's wrong? And I was just like, "Nah, man, I'm good. Come on, brush it off," because it's what I've been designed to do. Like I've always been a person that brushes things off and just moves on. But you can't control what people think. You can't control how people say isn't. So you can only control how you deal with things. But at that moment, I was just accepting that. But I can't control what they say. I can tell them how I feel. I can tell them and boost myself and say whatever, but I can't control anything they say. Yeah, but if they want to say it again, even after I tell them not to do it, they'll do it again. Come on, I just have to accept it. Yeah, but it got to me, man, because I was already feeling some type of way about myself and just everything that's going on about my life, that I just bawled out and just cried. Like, I just cried. And I felt so bad because I always try and be this tough person where into Ndalo don't affect me, like the Teflon. Like, things like that don't affect me. But I couldn't help but let that affect me. The moment when that happened, I immediately felt like I needed to vent to someone, but I'm like, I don't think anyone's gonna understand how I feel about this. Yeah, bro. And I just had to accept that this is just my own personal battle that I have to deal with, that I have to understand. But not everyone is gonna be kind-hearted. Not everyone's gonna be understanding as to how I feel, and not everyone is gonna be closed. Not everyone is going to be open-minded into understanding that people have their own issues and you can't talk about into zinjalo. Yeah, well, sometimes I thought taking the bull by its horns and calling myself fat was going to work better. Like, I remember the one time I was at Grazia, and I saw this other lady that I knew from Twitter, and I called myself fat. Yeah, well, and she's like, "Why are you speaking so badly about yourself?" And I was so used to doing that I just didn't understand when someone else was calling me out on it. I understand for them because the fact I got, yeah, well. So when it's things like that that I'm just still struggling to deal with at the age of, dare I say, like 28. I'm still dealing with this problem. And so I'm just, yeah, man, I'm just struggling with. This might seem like an all over the place video as per usual, but okay, guys. So I'm using my beloved Yardley Bronzing powder, the Bonnie one with the shade Affection. So I'm finding myself in that space where I'm just not sure what I'm doing, if I'm coming or going. And even with the channel, I'm like, do people actually like watching these videos? Like, do people care? Like, I'm doing it because I love doing it, but like, do people actually want to watch? Yeah, well, so I find myself in that space sometimes of just being so unsure about myself and having to deal with my negatives, and some like listening to people highlight to my negatives unnecessarily. I feel like I put too much contour powder on this side. So people, being some type of way. I remember even on this same weekend, someone said to me in the club that I have issues, and I literally don't have issues, but it's based on something that they wanted that I just couldn't give to them. Yeah, well. So things like that where I'm now absorbing that and now I'm taking that in, but do I have issues? Am I really this crazy person? Is everyone else right and I'm wrong? Yeah, well. Okay, I just want to set my face so long. I like setting my face before it ends up cracking. I don't know if that makes sense. So while I wait for my face to dry up, I'm just gonna remove these binge rollers so long. I'm also trying to make sure that I don't make this video too long. Yeah, well, but yeah, I'm just in that space where I'm just like feeling some type of way about just everything, and it feels like everything is just interlinking, but I feel some type of way about this and it's affecting this and just things like that I never thought I would be dealing with right now. Yeah, but so yeah, man, it's just really hard at times. But I promise you guys, I know I'm gonna sound like a typical YouTuber, but I will be more consistent now, especially now that I sort of understand what's happening in my life. And I'm learning how to deal with it. I'm learning how to deal with myself, because I always want to make sure that I portray the best version of myself as possible on this app. And so I don't want to come here and be all cold, and then everyone's like, "Ooh, I angry bit." I want you guys to see me for me, and see me when I'm having my bad moments, and see me when I'm having the good, and see me when I'm having tantrums. So I'm learning how to slowly deal with just myself and how I am, and even with friends, because there are times that I'm like, am I being a good friend? I want to actually make a video about that. But am I being a good friend? Am I a good friend? Come on. Because there are times that I just question myself. But is it all based on me? So I can figure out, but how do I fix situations and make things better for myself around me? Yeah, well, I don't want to be that person where I'm always saying, "But yeah, the world's full of negative people," when I'm the negative person. I'm the negative person in other people's lives, and they want to break away from me, and I don't know how to remove myself from being a negative person because I won't do it. Looks, you see, I love how that looks. And Sam, why does the world hate me so much? Why do Okay, I'm just gonna put a bit of line. I'm getting better at putting on false lashes, but I'm still struggling a little bit, so I'm just gonna put on a bit of liner on top, a skinny line, just so I can guide myself on where to put it on. And then yeah, I think that's about it. Oh, and my lips obviously, but let me put on blush first. Yeah, I think blush is gonna be a good option. So I'm really sorry for being away and not being as consistent and not being as how should I put this, for someone who wants the channel to grow. I'm not out here as I should be, you know, and I really don't want to be that person where I'm starting a channel and then feel like I've just given up easily on it. I haven't given up on my channel. I love my channel and I want to grow, and I want you guys to see me grow, and I want to grow with you guys as well. Yeah, well, so it's taken me a while because I've been going through quite a bit, man. I've tried to vlog a few times and it just never worked out. I always just end up giving up. So while I wait for the glue to dry, I'm just going to be doing my lips as well. I'll be using my Wet n Wild brown eyeliner, which is this one, to line my lips. So I put on Vaseline earlier on and I don't think that was a good idea, but okay. We'll see if it's going to stick or not. It's not sticking as well as I would have liked it to. Ugh, this is so annoying. Okay, let me wipe my lips actually. Put on a lot. Okay. But I'm really glad that I am okay enough to make a video. Like, it's taken me a while to get to this headspace where I feel like I am okay enough to actually start talking again and to start actually making videos. Because even earlier on today, something happened where I just got into an argument, and it got to a point where I was just like, there's no point in me doing an actual video because my mood has already been messed up. But I'm trying to understand that whatever happens around me doesn't have to affect me directly, even if I may be in the conversation, but I don't have to let it drive the narrative of my life and my day. So I'm trying to balance that out, yeah, Bob, because I literally almost let that one argument ruin my day. I almost let that one situation almost ruin how I feel about everything, you know, around me. So I never want to let Indos Njalo happen to me, but we're human, we make mistakes, and Indos Njalo always, I found myself being in that space where Indos Njalo sort of affect me and how I feel and how I look and how I perceive izinto. So I don't want to find myself now having this channel and being all happy, and then I'm just always just cold because some call that only lost like a few minutes has ruined everything, you know? So yeah, I've put mascara on my bottom lashes and I put on liner. I like how this liner looks. Like, I really like how I look. Like, I'm not exotic, but I'm sexy. This like girls. See, you ever been in a place and then people sort of run back undermine because of how I should look at that moment, and you're like, you don't know me when I'm in my element, and when I'm in my element, you'll be shocked. Okay, so you put on lashes now. I'll put them off camera and then come back to you guys when I'm done, because you know me and lashes are a bit of a struggle. So I'll come back to you guys when I'm done and then we can close this video off. So that is the final look done. I put lipstick on and lip gloss. As I told you guys, I'm not going anywhere because mask, so it's also got a lip gloss layer, and then it's a mess. So I put on lipstick. Let me show you guys the lipstick I put on. Okay, lipstick got Clinique lip pop Clinique Pop Lip Color and Primer in the shade Bay Pop, which is this one here. And then it's got a bit of shimmery little glitters on it. I don't know if you guys can see. It's got those. And then I put on my favorite, one of my favorite lip glosses from Essence. The name has even been etched off. It's one of those plumping lip glosses on top, just to plump up my lips a bit more, and just to mesh up with the blush and the colors on my eyelids. I showed you guys, so this is the final look. I do struggle a bit with putting on lashes, so you'll see that there'll be little gaps in between there. I try to fill a little bit with liner, but okay, the struggle is real. The struggle is real. But thank you so much for watching. Where's my hairbrush? Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys are happy that I'm back. I hope you guys, even to my new subbies, I hope you guys have learned some and get some sort of insight as to who I am, as to what I'm about, and what I'm currently dealing with. Yeah, so even if you're new and you're like, oh my gosh, who's this girl and why is she going through a lot? This is me. I mean, my name is Vahle and I go through a lot. Yeah, well. So yeah, no highlighter today or anything like that. I'm kind of shying away from highlighter as well. I like having a simple look and just hints of color in between. We are into summer now, so yeah, we're into springy, summery kind of colors that enhances our beauty features without being too much in terms of makeup. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, hope you guys love it, and I'll see you guys next time. Don't be shy to DM me. Let's grow together, let's learn together, let's heal together, and healing in the vital. So yeah, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.